My first suggestion for sore wrists is to upgrade your mat. I really like the Manduka Pro Mat. You can see how thick it is and it's firm. It's really, really good for wrists. You're going to feel the difference when you have a sheet mat. This is expensive, but literally I've had one of these for about 20 years. They last forever. The next thing to consider is how your wrist acts like a foundation for your yoga postures. So the wrists are small, right? They're not our feet. We're not meant to be bearing a lot of weight on them. So consider something like plank. If you're just hanging out here in plank and not engaged, that's a lot on the wrists. You want to engage the core and the legs, so you're actually lifting up and out of the wrists. Same is true for upward facing dog. If you're in up dog and you're just hanging out here, dumping weight into the wrists, it's going to hurt. Engage the legs, engage the core, lift out of the wrists. Also, an upward facing dog, you want to consider where the shoulders are in relation to the wrists. So if the shoulder is in front of the wrist, that creates this really acute angle for the wrist, and that can hurt it as well. So shoulders over the wrists, legs and core engaged, lift up out of the wrist. Now, you asked specifically about downward facing dog. So something I like to do in down dog, if my wrists are bothering me, is elevate the heel of my wrist, fingers on the floor, heel of the wrist on a mat, and push back. So you can see that with the heel of the hand raised up, it helps lengthen the front of the wrist, and that can take pressure off of it. You could also try doing down dog with your hands on blocks, which also can take weight and pressure out of the wrists. In addition, they make a little yoga wedge, which I don't have one at home, but those are really great for sore wrists as well. If you click the link in my bio, I have a resources tab there, and I show you all my favorite props that I think are really beneficial for working through injuries and for enhancing your practice.